What's up, Trekkies? Hi, so lighting's gonna be a bit crap today because I don't want to turn lights on and heat this apartment up. We are supposed to get to a high of wonderfully about 92 degrees today, and we don't own an air conditioner because we like to save money. So it's not quite warm enough in here that I'm actually still wearing a shirt. But otherwise, it's also only like 9 o'clock. I'm not waiting necessarily. Control F5. All right, so they posted yesterday about this. So we got pretty good, and it's coming into effect this Thursday. So we're still good news for this little thing. What's going on currently is Star Trek is down for like the next 5 hours. It's been down for 3 and it's down for the next 5 according to the launcher. Like the authentication server is so down. I can't even, it doesn't even remember my password when because you know, when I open up Star Trek Online on my quick launch, it brings up ARC and then it brings up Star Trek at the same time. And it doesn't put in my password like it usually does, which means the authentication server is all kaputskied right now. So they're going through a major overhaul, and it's probably because console is getting season 13. Now, there's a card up there, and it's gonna take you to the video that explains season 13. I'm not gonna go over it here because it's big. I'll say this much. The mission's relatively cool, and the competitive war games are pretty awesome in and of themselves. Not sure which ones you guys are getting, because we only got 2, and then a third one came in later. And a quick overview is, one of them is a circle, and the teams start here, and they go through first room, second room, third room, and each of them has a little thing, and then you go into the center, and then you gotta go this way to the other person's core and blow it up. You can actually go to your core and defend it and heal it, technically, if you're a good healer. You can do that. And as you progress through your rooms, you can give a resistance to energy weapons, projectile weapons, or exotic weapons. The next room, you can strengthen your hull, strengthen your shields, weaken your target's hull or weaken your target's shields. And then the next one is just do the other one again. Do the first one again. So it's resistance to energy weapons, projectile weapons, or exotic damage. It's kind of hard to tell with the other team if, you know, who's there. So, like there was one that I saw that had resistant, because when you fly in, you can look to the top and you'll see the 2 icons as to what it is. You know what a projectile weapon is, and you know what energy weapons are, because it looks like the little beam icon, and then it shows a torpedo. The other one is exotic damage. If you see that one and you're a science vessel, maybe not attack. Maybe go after the people attacking your thing, because it's got a lot of, like, we had one with 2 and I was like, I am not doing much damage at all. So that's that one. The other one is ground, and you're basically racing this way, and the first room is, and you have 5 people, and it's just random ground enemies. Same thing with the thing. There's still NPCs in there, and you can actually fight other players in the center of the space one. In the ground one, you can't really fight other players, but there's random NPCs. Like there'll be anywhere from Tholians to Nakul to Borg to Undine to Klingon. No, maybe not Klingons. I haven't seen Klingons yet, but the first room is you activate the thing and it shows the holographic path. You know, kind of like Indiana Jones. You gotta see where the path is, and then someone runs it. You know, and the idea is that like 3 people gotta go ahead. So technically you can do that, you know, you can have one person just sitting back going, one person clicks and they just keep clicking over and over. 3 people run ahead. Next person, click, 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 and they bring up the next path. And then 2 people run ahead. Next person clicks the next path. And then that person runs ahead, runs all the way to the end, clicks the end one, and all the paths show up, and then everybody runs. That's how that works. Honestly, be sacrificial. If someone's already clicking the thing ahead, run to the next one and start clicking it. Don't try to be that person that wants to run ahead, because guess what? You're gonna have a lot of people that wanna do that. So help your teammates. Take a little bit of a hit for that one. And the next room is Frogger, basically. It's got You go in one door and then you got to run, but it's like there's energy balls moving this way, and like the second hallway has one little like alcove that you can turn off the first hazards, and the other one leads to the next one, and it changes. It's, you know, sometimes it's this one. If you happen to be crazy and get all the way through it, you can click to the end, turn off all hazards, people can just run through it. In between each room, there's like a mini boss room. And then after that one, you have to align a cylinder. There's 2 on this side and then 2 further down on this side. And if you go to the front 2, look to the left, and you'll see what color you need to align it to. And it's blue or orange, and it rotates in 4 pieces. So it's like orange, blank, blue, blank, orange. So look and say, okay, that's what I need, and then get the other one to roll that way, and thus the other side is blue. And so you need to align those. When you do that, a platform rolls through, and you run through, you get through the other side, and then you fight bosses at the end. That's that one. The other one is the third one that we got is basically a straight shot. It's a race in space, and it's very similar. Bright background. You basically are doing the same thing you did in space, but you don't actually fight the other people, you're just racing to the end. So same problems and all that. Again, there's a thing up there. I don't know why it took so long explaining that. But that's what it is. Now we're going into, so starting this Thursday, the 25th, 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Pacific Daylight Time. We're on Daylight Time right now. It's a typo, but whatever. And then going all the way to June 15th. So that's 1, 2, 3 weeks. So for 3 weeks, there's an R&D promotion. What it is during the promotion, blah, 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 just like with the Anorax, you'll either get 10 low-buy crystals or a brand new Amory class Smuggler Heavy Escort Tier 6. It looks cruddy, but it's pulled straight from Unification Part 1, Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 5, Episode 7. It's in the blog post. I'm not that nerdy quite. Anyways, as part of Cryptic's continuing celebration of the 30th anniversary of Star Trek The Next Generation. So, it actually gives the reason why it's called Amory. Amory. It's kind of cute. But the ship details are... So the ship details are over there. It's got fairly decent escorty hull. Got a great shield modifier though. Holy crap. For having a Commander Tactical, that is an insane shield modifier. That's like borderline science vessel. 5 weapons up front, 2 in the back, 2 device slots. Obviously an escort, but still, insane shield modifier. Lieutenant Commander Universal Intelligence, so I can see, it means a smuggler vessel, yada yada. But it's also got a Lieutenant Tactical Pilot. Interesting. 15 degrees per second, impulse modifier 0.2. I don't even pay attention to the impulse modifier anymore. Plus 15 weapons, plus 5 engines. Yay, escort. Console, supplementary weapons. It's got a cloaking device, so it's similar to Klingon stuff, Klingon play. The heavy weapon slot. The heavy weapon is the slam shot magnetic artillery, which I believe is exchange. Yeah, that's a pretty picture though. I like that. That's a pretty picture. Onboard amenities, trader contract, quartermaster vendor, bank mail, and exchange access. So if that helps you with anything, you may want to pick it up. Trader contract, I believe, is a commodities guy. Quartermaster vendor, I'm not sure what that is, but if you get the ship, you see what that is. The mastery package is just a destroyer, plus accuracy, plus crit severity, plus crit chance, plus all damage, and then the starship trait reverberation. So, slam shot, magnetic artillery. Slow firing kinetic cannon suffers from an accuracy penalty, but can cripple a foe in a single shot when it hits. In addition to high damage payload, it leaves a lingering kinetic damage resistance rating debuff on the target. It may be upgraded like a standard weapon, swapped out for another heavy weapon, and placed in any other starship's heavy weapon slot. Awesome. Supplementary Weapon, which is the console. Supplementary Weapon, when the console's ability is activated, 2 artillery launchers will unleash a series of kinetic damage blasts into space within 5 kilometers ahead of the vessel in a 180-degree arc. Over the course of the next several seconds, each foe caught in this barrage will receive heavy kinetic damage with a chance to having their shields knocked offline with each hit. Ow! This console provides a passive boost to crit severity and projectile weapons, as well as tactical readiness, i.e. your red bridge officer cooldown. For those of you that don't actually realize that, but your red bridge officers, those cooldown, so go faster. This console may be equipped in any console slot, but may only be used on this ship. You may only have one of these consoles equipped at a time in case you get multiple ships. I would say sell it because it's got a vendor on it. After achieving level 5, dealing projectile damage to any foe, with a projectile weapon, whatever, will grant you reverberation charge at a maximum rate of 1 per second. For spread, i.e. Each reverberation charge grants a stacking 10% chance to knock your opponent's shields offline for 5 seconds when using projectile weapons. On successful deactivation, all charges are consumed and you are locked out of building up charges for several seconds. This could be really, really good. It's a shield. It's a shield disabler, not a shield hitter or drainer. So it's Admiralty stats, 20 engineering, 44 science, 62 tactical. Special ignores any engineering from events, plus or minus. Miscellaneous, as I said before, it has trader contact, quartermaster vendor, bank mail, and exchange access. So that's that. That's all we've really got, other than like, hey, notice, look, we've got a 10 forward. They've got a weekly. Captains have been really enjoying the chance to interact with live streams we've been doing lately, so we've decided to do a little more of them. A weekly stream every Wednesday. You'll be able to gather with community manager, Ambassador Kale, at 4 p.m. PDT. It says PST still, but it's PDT. As he plays content from Star Trek Online. I don't really necessarily watch it. It looks like on Twitter it says, what should Ambassador Kale play for 10 Forward Weekly this week? And it's got a choice of Mirror Invasion, Competitive Queues, and Lucari Story Arc. Now, for those of you that are wondering, I am a sucker for a shiny console, and I'm doing the Mirror Invasion, and I don't want to. I'm going in normal, and I am coasting my brain on this. I don't care. I hate the Mirror Invasion, but if it was like an Admiralty ship, I'd say screw it. If it's like a cosmetic award, like a little toy, I'd say screw it. But it's a console, and I can't turn that down, even though I'm probably never going to use the console, because I'm a sucker for a shiny console. Anyways, links below to the Smuggler Heavy Escort thing, so you can see all the stats yourself. And then 10 Forward Weekly thing is also down there. And again, you can open up the sidebar. I'll also put a link to my video below about the competitive queues, in case I need to go over more than what I did. I'll chat with you guys next week. And yeah, I'll be on the 30th. Bye.